What is up, geezer, blow tie geezers? It is Chris Modern9 here. So, about that last video that I did, about a couple of days ago. It may have been maybe a day or so ago. I don't know. I can't remember, because I can't remember that far back, because I'm too old. So, yeah. You'll remember that I spoke about Alex-Oxlade Chamberlain. So, about that player, forget about him. Just forget about him. Erase him from your memories. It's not happening. Because in recent reports, or in fact, I found this out last night, Chamberlain has indeed rejected us. He doesn't want to come to Chelsea. Despite the fact that we have agreed a fee with Arsenal, I do believe between 35 and 40 million. But yeah, Chamberlain doesn't want to come to us. He wants to go to Liverpool. Yeah. Because apparently, he wants to be played in his preferred position, which is centre mid, and it doesn't seem to. He doesn't find the idea of that happening at Chelsea, and Chelsea seem to want to play him as a winger, which he doesn't want to do. He wants to play in the centre. So yeah, awkward times. Yeah, Emanalo Marina, you're doing your job great. Just keep up the sterling work. You are doing amazing. Continue to go in for players and just allow them to reject you, because why would you want to sign them? So, yeah. We'll just have to move on from this. You know, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. There are other alternatives. So, there's still Danny Drinkwater being around everywhere. I think there's a possibility of that happening. He has handed in a transfer request. It's just a case of agreeing a fee with Leicester for a potential signing. There's been activity in terms of a bid. I would say in the region of 25, but Leicester want more than this. They want at least 30 million or 40 million. Or, I don't know, not 30 million. God, not 30 million. No, wait, no, not 40 million. What am I talking about? Not 40 million, but Leicester City want 30 million. So, yeah, just making that clear. So, yeah, Danny Drinkwater has handed in a transfer request. Other players that we could potentially sign. I've heard that Bayern Munich's Rafinha has been mentioned as a right-back option. Riyad Mahrez keeps coming up from Leicester City. I don't think Leicester will want to get rid of him on the cheap. I think he will probably go for about 35 to 40 million. Who else is in the mix? Ross Barkley from Everton is also being mentioned. We've made a £25 million bid, and of course Everton have turned that down because they want 40 million for him. I mean, what is it with big money? I don't get it. What is it with big money? Do you know what? I remember in 2005, we signed Michael Essien for £24 million. And that was one of our longest running sagas because Lyon didn't want to sell him at that time. Suddenly we're talking about Ross Barkley, an England international. And we've made a bid for 25 million and that's been immediately turned down. And yeah, Everton want 40 million instead. So I guess with Everton signing Sigurdsson for 50 million, they want to recoup some of that money back. So yeah, I would see, I can understand the reasoning for that, but I don't understand why big money's in the game anyway. It's just a bunch of players kicking a football around a pitch. But anyway, so there's Ross Barkley. And there's another alternative, which I'm not sure about. I'm really not sure. Like, why is he even mentioned? Why are we even going in for him? I would say it's probably only for a backup option. And I'm talking about Fernando Llorente from Swansea. Why are we in for this guy? I don't understand. The only reason I see, like I said, is a backup option for Morata. But also, it seems to be that Llorente worked with Conte at Juventus, and Chelsea are trying to reunite the two at Chelsea. £15 million we have made a bid for. Apparently, that seems to be happening today. according to some sources. I'm sorry, I'm not in favour of this move. I'm not. I really do hope this is a backup option. That's all I. That's the only thing I see in this is that Llorente is possibly a backup. That's it. I'm not seeing Chelsea relying on this player to get goals. There is no way. There is maybe a cup player. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not in favour of this move, but if it happens, you know, we all have to take it under on the chin, and well, I'm sure that he'll do well if he gets picked. You know, I mean, Morata is obviously going to be first choice. Yeah, that's great. Finally, guys, there is a potential move out of the club, and of course that is including Diego Costa. Now, we all know as Chelsea supporters that the Diego Costa saga continues to smell around Conte and the Chelsea board and Chelsea fans and Chelsea in general. We need to find a solution to this problem with Costa. He is sulking. He doesn't want to play for us anymore. He wants to join Atletico Madrid. He doesn't want to sign in for anyone else. Atletico Madrid have a transfer ban. It's not looking good. It's very, very up in the air. But there could be a solution, and it's a bit bizarre, but it might work. So, Diego Costa, the player that he is, the goal machine that he is, that he was 3 seasons with us. Not you, 2015-16. The goal machine that Diego Costa is could be signing on loan at Everton. Now let that sink in. Diego Costa on loan at Everton in January signs for Madrid on a permanent basis. Well, I mean, if it means that Diego Costa can leave, that's fine. I don't care where he goes. If the longer he stays at Chelsea, the more aggravating it is for Chelsea fans. Just let him go. It doesn't really matter where he goes. Just let him go. You know, if he goes out on loan at Everton, you know, he can't play for us. Well, we've already played Everton anyway, so as long as we don't play Everton between now and December at Goodison Park. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I don't think Diego Costa will play against Chelsea if he's on loan. So I'm assuming that's the case. But yeah, Diego Costa going on loan at Everton for at least until January, until he goes to Atletico Madrid, which is his preferred destination. It is a bit weird, but it solves the problem. You know, Antonio Conte said via a text message, the most stupidest way to send somebody a message, that he doesn't want him in his plans. Costa's gone out off in a huff, you know, for the entirety of the summer, and yeah, well, it solves the problem at least, doesn't it? You know, it's such a shame that, you know, a high-profile name like Diego Costa is leaving us in this way. It's horrible. You know, it's not great. It's not great for the club. It's just unprofessional. What Conte did to send a text message to Costa saying, "Oh, you're not in my plans." It was a bit unprofessional. It's probably the only blemish that Conte has ever done under Chelsea. Other than that, I couldn't fault him, but just the way that he handled the Costa situation was just a bit unprofessional. But if he does go to Everton on loan, and then he does go to Atletico Madrid in January on a permanent deal, you know, it solves the problem. He goes to Everton, later goes to Atletico Madrid, we sell him, everybody's happy. The only problem that we have is that we've just lost one of our prolific goal scorers. But we do have Morata, who has hit the ground running in terms of his form. He's got 1 assist, he's got 2 assists, and he's got 2 goals under his name in the first 2 home games. So he is set, I hope. So, yeah. Anybody else? Cedric Suarez of Southampton, by the way, has been mentioned as well. He's a right back. I wouldn't mind us going in for him. He's Premier League proven. He's got Premier League experience. Southampton are a really good team. Yeah. Watch this space, guys. The next 2 days is going to be very eventful. I I do hope that we're going to sign players. I do hope that Marina and Emanalo are going to get up off their arse and do something. I know this is probably last minute. It's last minute, yes it is. But we need to get players in. It's just so vital. I don't care what anyone says. I am not in favour of us not signing anyone. We need to sign players. We need depth. We need as much as we can. Kylian Hazard, yesterday, is not enough. He's a development squad player. He's Eden Hazard's brother. I forgot to mention that earlier. Yes, we did sign Kylian Hazard from Újpest in Hungary. And yeah, that's about it. That's all the business we've done in the last couple of days. And, you know, it's a development player. So it doesn't really count, does it? So, come on, Chelsea. Get some players in before I go bloody crazy. I mean, it's just getting a bit silly now. So, players or nothing. Or nothing. Or, well, I guess we just have to go through the group stages of the Champions League with so very little depth. It's ridiculous. I mean, did you see the bench against Everton? The bench against Everton. We had Kyle Scott. We had Batshuayi. Okay, yeah, he's all right. He's good. He's a first-team player. Tomori. Yeah. He's one of a few young players that didn't go out on loan. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes somewhere at the last minute in the transfer window, market, whatever it is, deadline day. So, why is he... I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Well, if you are watching this and if you will be willing to send me a comment telling me what you think of this, let me know. Otherwise, well, I guess I won't be getting anything anyway. So, yeah. Chris Marder Games is now itching to do some gaming videos or whatever it is. So I better let him do that. Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Come on, man. Hurry up. I want to play some Overwatch.
Yes, I'm doing it in a minute. I'm finishing my video now. God, you're so impatient. Right, guys, I'm off. Hey, door. And peace.